Hi, my name is Kevin Snyder of Snyder Law, and I'm an estate planning and elder law planning attorney here in Irvine, and I help families. Hi, my name is Kevin Snyder of Snyder Law, and I'm an estate planning and elder law planning attorney in Irvine, and I help parents, seniors, and veterans plan to protect what matters most: their families, their dignities, and their legacy. And in doing that planning, oftentimes we're talking about putting protections around assets. And a comprehensive estate plan is going to look at a variety of different assets that we have. But sometimes what gets overlooked is rental properties, and that's what I want to talk to you about today. How do we best protect rental properties? And to have a rental property is simply to own something other than our primary residence. Why do I say that? Because sometimes in conversations, that's what's easily overlooked. Oh, I just have a vacation home here. Well, that vacation home could be a potential rental property depending on how you treat it. Some of our clients, maybe you included, rent out your vacation home seasonally or sporadically through Airbnb or VRBO or independently through property managers. Now that is a rental property. Other people might be a little bit more robust, and they've invested in rental properties, and they use that as rental income. And whether it's a single property or it's a series of properties, they're using that as an investment. So naturally, those are looked at as rental properties as well. Being landlords and renting to other people can be a fairly risky endeavor. So what do we do in order to protect against that? Well, the first line of defense, of course, is insurance. And a prudent landlord, a person who's renting to others, is going to ensure that they're getting adequate coverage. However, what can happen sometimes is that rental coverage is not adequate depending on the circumstances. And what circumstances am I talking about? Of course, those lawsuits that can result from an accident, injury, an incident occurring on the property to a tenant or somebody else visiting the tenant. Or it could be landlord-tenant issues, such as a contract dispute or something else. And these lawsuits sometimes aren't covered by the insurance because either the insurance coverage was inadequate to begin with, or what the other party is seeking is going above and beyond what the insurance is actually going to cover, those policy limits. So what happens next is that the plaintiff in those situations, those people that are suing you, the person who owns the rental property, they're going out to seek your personal assets to try to get a hold of them through attaching them through a judgment that they might win in court as a result of a lawsuit. So we need to look at another line of defense, another line of protection, so that we can protect our personal assets, our home, our bank accounts, our investment accounts, our other assets, and protect them and segment them away from our rental property. See, our rental property can be a liability to our other personal assets. And one strategy that we use and that's out there is forming a business to own your rental property. Oftentimes that's a limited liability company, a single member LLC that's put together as a company that owns the property. Now, it's not difficult to do to set that up. The devil's in the details, of course, and that business, once it's set up, has to be operated like a business. It can't simply be a business on paper because that's not going to provide the adequate protections. And too often we see in practice people that go out and set up LLCs under the Secretary of State of California or various other states and have a paper that designates their company, but they don't operate the company like a business, and they later get sued. And what happens is that the lawsuit does not protect their personal assets because it's viewed that they haven't been running the business like a business, and they're able to bypass the normal protections of having the property held in the business. Said a different way, the business is only worth words on paper if you're not going to operate it like a business. So what we counsel our clients on to do is not only create the business structures like an LLC in order to protect their rental properties, but also to move forward and operate that business like a business and instruct them how they need to do that. So if you're a rental property owner out there, think about these two lines of defenses. First, insurance and making sure that you have the adequate level and coverage for your property and how you're using that property, how you're renting it, whether it's long-term rentals or they're short-term rentals, and some other things to consider involving your environment where your property is and the certain different things that could happen. And ensure that your insurance policy is adequate enough, and also consider protecting it with the business and formulating business, and have that business own it. And lastly, also consider how that business is going to get passed on, or who's going to manage that business if you can't. And that's where good estate planning comes in. Because if you're incapacitated, who's going to be able to have the authority to make those decisions regarding the rental property if it's held in the business? If you pass away, what happens to that business and the property that it holds, like your rental property? So it's not just getting insurance or setting up a business, but it's also thinking about these other tangential things, these other aspects that are associated with it, so you can have a clear plan of protection for your rental property. So there you have it, some things to think about for our rental property owners out there. I'm Kevin Snyder of Snyder Law, and I hope you found this valuable. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below, or you can go to www.asksnyderlaw.com and you can schedule a time to speak with us here. Hope you have a great week, and I'll be talking to you soon. Take care.